Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. It's Friday, the 16th of August. As we are all aware, Harry and Meghan have landed in Colombia. Ha! Yes, indeedy. The TEMU Royal Tour has begun. Could I just caveat something? My neighbours have got chickens, and it's a nice warm day here in the UK, so I've got the windows open in my office where I am currently recording, and all I can hear is bakar, bakar. So I do apologise if this video is peppered with the insertion of chickens clucking. I don't own them, my neighbour does. It is highly annoying, especially when I'm trying to make a video, so please excuse my neighbour's chickens clucking. That's rural life for you. Yesterday they landed in Colombia, and much pomp and posterity has been given to this non-royal TEMU tour. If you don't know what TEMU means, just Google it. It's basically a place where you can get fake tat from China, which is why these two have been so affectionately labelled the TEMU Royals. Now, yesterday they were at the University of Bogota, and they took part in a Responsible Digital Future Forum. Apparently they spoke about living in a digital world and engaged in an open discussion with students. Meghan Markle urged trolls to remember what your grandmother taught you. She urged cruel social media trolls to think of what their grandmothers taught them at an event about combating online hate in Colombia. She said, maybe your grandmother used to say to you, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Which is rather rich, coming from a woman who has absolutely torn apart the royal family over the last 4 years. Of course, Harry was allowed to speak, although it seems that Meghan Markle has taken centre stage at this TEMU Royal Tour. I say Royal Tour as jest. I'm not saying it's a Royal Tour. It's a fake Royal Tour, which is why I call it a TEMU Royal Tour, because it's laughable, really. Anyway, Harry has hit out at the dangers of social media disinformation. He's still harping on about that, even though that he is one of the biggest misinformation hypers out there. Let's just take a look at the Oprah Winfrey interview. How many lies were actually proven to have been spoken during that interview? I lost count, to be perfectly honest. It's widely reported all over the media and on videos on YouTube. I myself did a video, and I'll pop a link up into the right hand corner if you'd like to go and revisit that. Also, take a look at the fact that they lied about taking part and participating in the writing and feeding information to Omid Scooby and his Finding Freedom book. It was actually highlighted in court that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry himself had conveniently forgotten that they themselves provided information to Omid Scooby. And if you've been following this absolute monstrosity of a show over the past 4 or 5 years, you will know that their lies are constantly called out. But not content with Meghan Markle stealing all the limelight, Harry of course was allowed to talk, and he hit out the dangers of social media disinformation. Now, he's said about this before, and he's really kind of weighed in to the concept of the Constitution and what happened at Capitol Hill. But Prince Harry has hit out at the dangers of social media disinformation days after false online rumours led to riots across Britain. Harry spoke at this forum in Bogota, and he said what happens online within a matter of minutes transfers to the streets. People are acting on information that isn't true. It comes down to all of us to be able to spot the true from the fake. An ideal world, those with positions of influence would take more responsibility. We are no longer debating facts. The hypocrisy that comes out of this man's mouth is laughable. And to be quite honest, I have lost track of the amount of times that I and other people on social media have had to disprove everything that they have said. The fact that they are still spouting about misinformation is so hypocritical, it actually boils my blood. But what Harry is referring to is the recent unrest that's happening, or has happened, in this country following what happened in Southport. Now, the media are saying that that comment from Harry is a direct attack on Elon Musk, because he himself has been very, very vocal about what's happened following the riots in the UK and the civil unrest. And I firmly believe that, again, Harry will use this as a tool to try and get his security back. It makes me laugh that they feel that they can go to Colombia, yet he refuses to come to the UK because of security. Now, don't get me wrong, they are getting fully tax-paid security in Colombia. They're not paying for it, Colombia is. It's going to be interesting to see how Elon Musk actually responds to this, if he does at all. But what really does boil my blood is the fact that these two have visited Colombia on the back of their cyberbullying campaign aimed at parents and at children. Are we missing the elephant in the room? They themselves have the biggest bullying squad out there. Now, I don't profess to be innocent in all of this, but I have never gone to the underbelly of actually sending horrible threats to people. I myself have had them, I've seen other people receive them, and I've also seen the vitriol that their rabid or her rabid fans put on social media. It is disgusting. They see no shame in actually calling up one of the biggest trolls from the Sussex squad. They called her up. That was Henry's cousin. And it was even documented in the press. We all knew who she was. And her name was Dene. Trin. They actually called a fan linked to a Twitter troll that posts foul-mouthed attacks on Kate Middleton and the Queen to thank her for her fundraising. Now, this isn't new information. This has been documented for years. So how the hell can they sit on their soapbox and lecture about cyberbullying when their fans are notorious across social media? Let's also not forget the fact that the Times, Valentine Lowe, did a massive expose on Meghan Markle herself and called her a bully. Let's read this blind recently that was put on Crazy Days and Nights, and it just shows you if this is true. And I have to say if, because I don't know if this is fact, but NT from Crazy Days and Nights generally comes with the truth on this. This is what Crazy Days and Nights put out just a couple of days ago. It was on Wednesday, the 14th of August. An assistant of the illiterate one, which is how NT always refers to Meghan Markle, was crying yesterday because she'd been ordered to find a certain product and the only place it was available was 120 miles away. She was given a 4-hour deadline to get it or lose their job. Now, let's say that the car travels at 60 miles per hour. That's a constant speed, by the way. You're travelling at 60 miles an hour. It will take the person 2 hours to travel 120 miles. So that's 120 miles there and 120 miles back. That's 4 hours at 60 miles an hour, constant. It is an impossible task. It's no wonder that they're losing staff at an impossible rate. And I can't do this video without mentioning another elephant in the room, and that is Christopher Boozy, who was actually featured in their Netflix show. He was on a hate campaign for everybody on Twitter and everybody on YouTube that was critical and did videos and did posts about Meghan and Harry. And he was vicious. He was also one of the main instigators about those horrible, disgusting conspiracy theories about Princess Catherine. How on earth can Meghan and Harry sit there with straight faces and discuss cyberbullying when they are themselves complicit? Don't get me wrong, this is something that does need to address, but I don't think Harry and Meghan have any right to address it at all. And the reason why I say that, and as I have stated this previously, is they are not in a position to preach at all about online safety when they themselves have the biggest squad out there that have sent death threats to the royal family and also people that are critical of Harry and Meghan. The Sussex Squad are one of the largest cyberbullying organisations out there. Ask anybody who is ever critical of Meghan Markle or Prince Harry. Ask any royal reporter, any reporter that has ever spoken about them in a critical way, and you will get one answer, and that is they are disgusting. Harry and Meghan say that they want a safer digital space. No, they just want censorship. This TEMU Tour is a very tightly controlled visit. There's no royal reporters. There are only a select few that are very, very positive with regards to Harry and Meghan. And any photographs that are taken for Archwell. It is a money-making exercise on the back of people's pain. But I would love to know how you all think about this. Do you think that this is just an absolute joke? That it is not a royal tour, it is them just playing at royals because they couldn't quite hack it with the real ones? What do you think about Harry and Meghan on their stance to cyberbullying? Do you think it's hypocritical, or do you think that yes, actually it does need to be highlighted? Do you think these two are the right people to highlight it, or do you think that their checkered past in lies and misinformation themselves just don't cut the mustard, really? As always, I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.